Hey everybody, today I'm gonna be answering some programming questions I found on Quora. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Let's see what we have here. So the first question, what is a coder's worst nightmare? I think it has to be really long meetings. We programmers, we just wanna build stuff. We wanna write code and build stuff. And going through meetings is a nightmare. Of course, it's okay to go through those daily catch-up calls that last 10-15 minutes, that's fine. But the meetings that we have to do, especially with people from other teams, those kind of meetings that we stay there for an hour or two, this is something that we programmers don't like. What is a programmer's life like? This is an interesting one. So the life of a programmer, I'm gonna talk about a programmer that works remotely like I did for most of my programmer career. It's pretty normal. We just wake up, have some breakfast, a lot of coffee during the day, and we just sit on a computer writing code. What is the best way to become a great programmer? I don't think this applies only to programming. I think this applies to everything. The best way is to practice every day. And when people are starting to code, they normally get very excited in the beginning and then they don't code for months. And I think that's the problem. People tend to be lazy. This is a very popular one. Will ChatGPT replace programmers? I don't think that's going to happen in the short future. ChatGPT is great at writing code snippets. It's great at explaining what something does. It can write some good functions if you need to do something specific. But when it comes to putting all the pieces together and building something that is ready to be published, I think it's far away from being able to do that, honestly. So I don't think ChatGPT will replace programmers, but definitely programmers who don't know how to use not only ChatGPT, but other artificial intelligence tools will be replaced by programmers that know how to use them. So don't be afraid, just research what you have at your disposal right now to help you be a better programmer and be one of the early adopters. I think that's the best strategy if you don't want to be replaced by AI. Why do programmers wear headphones while programming? Do they? I don't know. I don't. But it's probably to listen to some music. I think the sound is just better on headphones. What is the most frustrating thing about being a programmer? I would say the most frustrating thing is when you realize that you just have a normal job. Because when we start, we just imagine ourselves building the next Instagram, the next YouTube, but then you realize that you're just like an ordinary person that works for a company for an ordinary salary. I think that's the case for most programmers. I'm not saying this is bad. It's a good career. It has some challenges to make you feel good about yourself sometimes. It's something that you can easily get comfortable with. It's stable. It has a lot of opportunities. If you're not happy with the company you work for, you can easily change. There are millions of opportunities out there. I think it's a nice career, but it's an ordinary life for 99% of programmers. Do most programmers honestly enjoy writing code? Honestly, I think so, yeah, because it involves a lot of challenges. They are difficult enough to make you feel good about yourself when you can solve that problem. I guess it releases some dopamine, so yeah, it's pleasant. Is it true that good programmers don't use else? What? I mean, it's just logic, If the else is going to do the job just like the else if, why are you going to write an extra condition? So yeah, of course we use else when we can use else. What is the single most important skill a programmer should have? I've been a leader of a development team for some time, and the thing that most programmers lack is like the soft skills of making to the meetings on time, getting there prepared to talk about what they want to talk about, finish things on time, send things to test that are actually ready to be tested. So the ability to read the requirements, the ability to speak to people from other departments and understand what needs to be done. I would say if you acquire those skills, you are going to stand out in your team. How do you make a programmer work 60 to 80 hours per week? Man, I don't know, just pay him a lot of money. I don't think this is good for any company, but there are people that are willing to do it to make more money. I did it for a long time when I was younger. Just pay them a higher rate for the extra hours and they're gonna work sometimes even more than that. That was a lot of fun. We found some interesting questions today. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the web schools to see more videos like this one. So I will see you next time.